The Immovable Race 2. World War III by Mikale. Chapter title: The Colony. We were in a stuffy ship, hovering about 10,000 feet above the ground. The seats were worn and dirty. I was surprised the ships were in working condition. Sitting next to me, Rex smiled, giving me a sense of assurance, as if he had rowed this hunk of metal across the world. Peering out of the side of the aerial vehicle, out of a bay, we could see the horrific landscape below. There were sinkholes that covered the landscapes, like some nightmare. This was the first time that I had been to a city since the war. We started to descend. There was a skyscraper that we flew close by. We flew straight towards an old billboard. I looked around and wondered whether I was the only one who failed to comprehend this act of suicide. I cringed as we shot through the billboard, and then there was a tunnel with rows of light on either side of us. And the drive of the ship steered us with a fighter pilot's accuracy, which was my only relief. We soon shot out of the tunnel to see what lived on the other side, just below the surface up against the underbelly of the Appalachians. Humans lived in the caves, carrying on with life or death, the best way they knew how. Why had I been led here? I couldn't believe this was all that was left. We navigated through a winding system of tunnels and caverns. The systems of transportation throughout the Appalachian Mountains was expansive, as the local limestone comprised of the prime building materials for the underground cities. The plebeians, a breakaway race, had nothing to do with the Third World War. They retreated to the underground, underneath the earth, and they also retreated to the safety and isolation of the deep ocean. And the plebeians, unhampered by the world governments, and unhampered by the small thinking people, unhampered by pre-existing paradigms, they advanced. In fact, they advanced more rapidly than any group in Earth's history, and they soon reached a technological state that was far advanced, eclipsing surface technology by 100,000 years. And with their technology, they guarded these mysteries, and carefully hid it from the masses, that they may not utilize it for egotistical purposes. They sat out on society, and they began to master inner space. And inside them they studied all of the strands of human DNA. And they studied the human soul. And they researched each molecule, each quark, down to the most minute nanostructure, and they began to understand how to build from nothing. How to bring cells and atoms together. How to even make them appear. And they used such skills to build more grand things than had ever been seen on Earth. And they discovered such things as what you would call time travel. Yes, they were able to bend time and space manually, and they discovered those areas of existence that were natural. And they became distant from all the human beings. They became a legend among the human race. They became folklore, involved in the same conversations as leprechauns and Bigfoot. People would claim to see people in the mountains, coming from underneath the ground. Maybe those in your society and culture who are labeled to be the craziest and most mentally insane, maybe in another reality they are the most sane. And we began to descend, vertically, down a wide and long corridor. Deeper, deeper below the surface of the earth. There were lights flickering below us, red and white, as if seeking to grab our attention. And we began to descend on a platform, with a long bridge that extended from the landing platform and into the mountain. We continued to descend until we came to an abrupt stop on platform with armed guards clad in all black to greet us.